Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm back again with yet another main set legend from the brand new Foundation set that's coming out. And today, well, had to happen. We had to do Koma, World Eater. 3 double green and double blue for an 8/12 Serpent. Can't be countered. Has Trample, has Ward 4. And whenever Koma deals combat damage to a player, create 4, that's right, 4 3/3 blue Serpent creatures tokens named Koma's Coil. Yeah. One hit in with Koma means you're going to end up with another 12 power creatures on the table. You've only got to get 1 point of damage in as well. So it is expensive. Koma at 7 is not an easy one to cast, but you know, we're in blue and green. We're not going to have a problem getting there, and that's really what today's deck is all about. Ramping up, getting Koma out, and getting all those lovely little coil tokens on the go. So here we go. Here's what today's deck is all about. Right then, at the beginning, where do we begin? Well, we'll start with the price actually. We're starting to see estimated prices for the Foundation cards coming up on MTG Goldfish, so bear that in mind when you look at this. But 617 is a little bit expensive, I'm aware of that. And 59 tickets on MTGO, assuming Koma's at 2. Again, a little bit pricey, but we'll get there. Anyway, creatures. This spell can't be countered. Let's give that to all our creatures by having a Lazorius Shepherd as a starting point. Then we have some ramp with Birds of Paradise, Elvish Mystic, Llanowar Elves, and technically Coiling Oracle. We'll call it ramp because we might have an extra land we can get into play. Sylvan Carrot is also here. That's definitely ramp, and that's protected ramp with the hexproof ability. Then we have things that let us do extra land drops. So Azusa, Lost But Seeking is here, and Dryad of the Elysian Grove is also in, so we can start hitting extra land drops every turn. I've put in Enduring Vitality because why wouldn't you? If you're going to produce tokens, you can tap them for mana, and the benefit for this one is when it dies it just comes back as a normal enchantment, so you know, not the end of the world. Troyan, Gusty Explorer really does help you ramp up to Koma a little bit quicker, because you can only spend the green and blue they tap for on creatures, on spells that cost 5 mana or more, so that helps us get there quicker. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath has to be in. Bit of land draw, bit of life gain, a bit of exiling if we need to. Adrex and Nev are purely here to double up the amount of tokens we create once we hit Koma, and the Wall 2 for a 2/2 body does kind of keep it going for a little while longer. Alakthmithis, Slumbering Isle, enters the battlefield tapped with 5 slumber counters on it. That's fine, and as long as it's got a slumber counter on it, it's a land, and you can tap it for blue and green. So play this for 4, go up to 6 on your next turn, maybe 7, get Koma out on turn 5. Strong possibility with this deck. Enduring Curiosity, just so we can get some extra card drawing. Another one of the Glimmer enchantments I really like from Duskmourn. When it dies, obviously comes back as a standard enchantment. So yeah, we'll go with that. And our creatures give us a card every time we hit with them in combat. Oracle of Mildai is the extra lands drops. We can play lands off top of our library, and this is here. Quandrix Cultivator lets us go and find an island or a forest if we're one or the other short. They have to be the basic version though, so bear that in mind. Suruk, the Hunt Caller, is also here, so it gives a creature with power 8 or more. Well, if you've got total power 8 or more, it gives a creature haste. Yeah, have this in play, drop Koma, give Koma haste. Things will start happening nicely for you. Kiora, Sovereign of the Deep, is also here. Yeah, we get to cast, whenever you cast a Kraken, Leviathan, an Octopus or Serpent spell from your hand, look at the top X cards. You may cast where X is that spell's mana value. So, you know, if you've got this out with Koma in play, that's 7. You may cast a spell with mana value less than X from among them and put it on without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, which really works really nicely if you can hit something like Murkthing Liege to pump everything up and then untap everything in your opponent's upkeeps, or Seedborn Muse, you can untap everything in everyone's upkeep, or Tatiova, Benthic Druid. So when you do those landfall triggers, you get a life and a card draw. Gets better. Azizi, Tyrant of the Gaia Strait, is also in for the extra land drops, and whenever we land into the battlefield under our control, we draw a card. Nice, keep our hand going, filling everything up. Regal Behemoth, just because, yeah, well, I think I've said it in a lot of the videos now, I like being the Monarch. This one's nice though, because, well, as long as we're the Monarch, we get to tap our lands they produce twice. An additional 1 mana of any colour. So they double up on the mana production, which really does help with getting Koma out quickly. Serpent of the Yawning Depth is in. Means that once we hit Koma, nothing can be blocked except by krakens, leviathans, octopuses and serpents. So yeah, you do get the occasional small black serpent, but krakens, leviathans and octopuses tend only to be around when Kiora's around or one of the other legends that help you out with that. So we'll go with that. We've got another one. We've got Spawning Kraken as well. Whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus or Serpent you control deals combat damage to a player, you get a 9/9 blue Kraken creature token. So, if you've got this in play and you hit with Koma, as well as getting your 4/3/3 Serpent, you'll also get a 9/9 Kraken. You'll be taking over the game at that stage if that happens, just so we're clear. Surik and Ghoulclaw are in just so we can give everything a trample, and whenever a non-token creature enters it gets a +1/+1 counter and haste. So with this in play and Koma coming down you get a 9/13 instead. Had to play the original Koma just for the sake of it. Might as well have more cool tokens going around and can make this version of Koma indestructible because of it. And then to finish everything off, Zopendril, Hunger Dominus at the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control. Yeah, you put Koma up to a 16/24, that will end the game even more rapidly than anything else. Spells wise, we have a lot of ramp and a lot of other things. So we have Counter Spell to give us some control, along with Cyclonic Rift to empty the board when we need it to happen. Growth Spiral, card draw, land drop, you know the score. Heroic Intervention gives everything indestructible and hexproof. Joint Exploration is a bit of a weird one. Haven't played it for a while and it seemed at home in here since we are playing a Simic deck at the end of the day. Paying this for 3 mana to scry 2, draw a card, then chuck a land into the battlefield. Yeah, I'll pay 3 mana for that anytime you want to. Thanks. Mana Drain for a bit more counter control, and then the ramp in Nature's Law, Rampant Growth, Sylvan Scrying, 3 visits, Cultivate, Kodoma's Reach are all here, along with Tempt with Discovery. I'll chuck that out there now because I just like Tempt with Discovery. I think it's great. We do also have Second Harvest because if we're going to have 4 of the 3/3s, we'd probably be able to keep one alive and get copies of them. Even better if we've got a 9/9 off the back of the Spawning Kraken as well. Overwhelming Stampede gives us one of our big win conditions. Pumps all our creatures up by +X/+X, where X is the greatest power amongst creatures you control. And yeah, you cast this, you probably win the game if you've got a few of the Serpent coils out anyway. Yeah. Time Spiral I just chucked in. Feel free to take this out of the main deck if you're playing this in paper, on Commander, on MTGO, sorry, it's quite cheap. Main real world, a little bit pricey still, but you know, shove everything back in from your hand and your graveyard into your library, draw 6 and then draw 7, sorry, untap 6 lands. Yeah, I'll cope with that. Quite a few artifacts, a lot of them are ramps, so Tantalite, Talisman, Soul Ring. We've got both sets of boots, Lava Spur and Swiftfoot here to give Koma a little bit of haste if we needed to. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, one of each of the medallions for some more ramp along with Talisman and Curiosity, Thought Vessel. I've also been a bit cheeky. Yeah. Helm of the Host equipped to Koma, thank you very much. That's lovely. Let's get in with 2 8/12s, shall we? And then potentially create 8 4/4s, 3/3 coils. Yeah, I like that plan. Thanks. And the Great Henge. Should be able to get this down for 2, maybe 3 mana most of the time. Double tapping it for 2 green and gaining a couple life. Sorry. Quick yawn, pause the video, and whenever comes, all the other non-token creatures come in with a +1/+1 counter on and you get a card draw. I'm not going to knock it at all, really not. Enchantments, Exploration's in to give us a bit of extra land drop if we need to. Elemental Bond, whenever a creature with power 3 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This in play, hit with Koma, draw 4 as well as get 4 3/3s. Thank you. Keep everyone happy, it's a blue deck, have to have Rhystic Study in the deck. Rites of Flourishing, extra land drop and card draw, and then Parallel Lives, doubling seasons, double up on the tokens we're creating, and then Unnatural Growth as well. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control to the end of turn. This plus Zophantrul, yeah, will mean you win the game because you just stack them. So Koma goes from an 8/12 to a 16/24 to a 32/48. Yeah, gets a little bit silly at that stage. One hit wins. Lands, all your blue-green lands you'd expect to be seeing in a deck. I'll just point out a few of the unusual ones. Archivore because we should be able to get the blessing so we can draw cards if we need to if we have spare mana. Both versions of the castles here, a bit of scrying off Antris, a bit of mana ramp off Garenbrig. Beyond that, we've got Kitchen in, because I quite like Kitchen from the Clue land. You know, drop 4 mana in to investigate if we need to get another clue in. Don't forget, with things like Parallel Lives and Doubling Season in play, we get an extra one. So, yeah, gives you a bit of card draw, something to chuck your mana into. Mikocrawl, Centre of the Sea, so everyone draws a card and you become friends with everybody for a little while. Haven't played a bounce land for a while, but Simic Growth Chambers seem to have a reasonable place in here where we need to get up to 7, then 9, then 11 mana to when Koma gets killed off, so had to be here along with Temple of the False God. And Reliquary Tower, for that little bit of we get to have to draw more cards than we can actually cope with in a turn. And that's it. And that's my take on Koma. Yeah, Koma's just Koma, isn't it? We all know. We've all played against Simic decks, we've all played against original Koma. It is good, even this version's good, so we can't complain too much about it at all. So, that's where we are. If you think there's anything I've missed out, let me know in the comments down below. There's 544 of us at the moment subscribed on the YouTube channel, so if you can help out, if you're not subscribed already, I'd love it if you could hit the subscribe button down the bottom there. See how close we can get to 600 before the end of the year. Hopefully we'll make it, and then maybe we'll target 1,000 next year. We'll see what happens. But for now, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, let me know, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow when we go and look at something from Jumpstart. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.